everyone. Come on in and happy New Year. Happy New Year. My name is Deborah, and we are going to be doing a special video today. I guess we could call this the New Year's video. New Year's video. I don't want to call it a New Year's resolution video because everybody don't make New Year's resolutions. What are your traditions? What are your New Year's traditions? What do you eat? Do y'all eat black-eyed peas and some greens for prosperity and health? Do you do that? Do you have any New Year's traditions? Here at my house, New Year's Eve, we do the burning bowl where you write down on pieces of paper all the things that you don't want to take into 2024. We did a nice big campfire. We throw all those pieces of paper in the fire to symbolize getting rid of it, killing it, burning it, getting rid of it, not carrying it into the new year. And then on New Year's Day, we journal, we write down our prayers, our hopes, our dreams, our messages, our requests to God, all that good stuff, whatever it is you want. And we write that down in our journals, and then we pray over it. And we pray over it to make it to help bring it to life for 2024, speaking positivity. That's what we do. But what do y'all do for New Year's? You got any New Year's resolutions? Feel free to drop them down in the chat. Sometimes some of the things we do can help other people. So maybe by you writing down what you do, who knows, maybe it'll be a tradition that someone else wants to start. And I tell you, New Year's is also a time of reflection. It is a time of reflection for all of us. It's a time for us all to think about, how do we want to go into this new year? What do we want to leave behind? What old patterns do we not want to continually to engage in? And like I said, I didn't know if I was going to do a video today because I just, we were up late last night bringing in the new year. I didn't know how I would feel, but I woke up feeling good. I actually woke up feeling very, very refreshed. And, I have been seeing these things going on in the YouTube. Y'all been chatting me and commenting me. Even Tabari dropped down on my comments. I knew that things were exploding over on IG because I heard that our old girl Verneshia had a response video. And, so I was able to go and look at her response video. And I said, you know what? Verneshia going to call me back to the mic. Verneshia going to call me back to the mic. I know y'all don't think I'm here to help women. In fact, I answer all my commenters. Y'all know I answer all my commenters. I read y'all stuff. Whether you write bad stuff, good stuff, whatever, I read it. I do read it. And someone wrote me this week saying, did I have any tips for the man? I think it was Tyra. Tyra, I knew you were being sarcastic, girl. I knew you was being sarcastic about, do I have any tips for men? And we have fun with her question. I answered in my tried to be my little funny way. But she pointed out something that a lot of people point out, and that is, why am I so critical on the women? Why don't I help the women more? Blah, blah, blah. We all heard this. Anybody who has helped me get to 5,000 subscribers knows that this is something we hear over on my channel all the time. And I keep telling people over and over again, I guess I'm kind of like Cam. It ain't going to change. It ain't going to change. It's my passion. But when my passion changes, maybe it'll change. But right now, that's not my gist, y'all. I think we can go on over to Shannon Sharp, Ocho Cinco, The Pivot. There's a lot of men out here, Tony Gaskins, they got these channels. Men got channels where they're teaching you, talking about men, I guess. Go on over there. It's just not my thing. It's not my thing. Because you know what? Some of y'all know that I'm an engineer. And part of the engineering mind, all my STEM majors out there, we go down what's called root cause analysis. That's the basis of when we're trying to fix stuff. It's root cause analysis. And there's always multiple reasons why a bad situation could happen. But me, as an engineer, if I'm trying to solve a problem, I have to get down to sometimes what is the part of the problem that I have control over, right? So let's say I'm a civil engineer and I'm trying to improve roads and bridges. I don't try to stop the rain. You see, that's what I could do. Flooding is because it rains. I could try and use all my efforts to say, you know what? How can I stop this rain coming down then that way there won't be no slick roads and people won't get into accidents. I could do that. That could be the road I could be on. Or I could spend my time as an engineer trying to make the road more safe. I could also talk to people about defensive driving. There's a lot of roads to helping solve problems. And we don't all have to feel like we've got to touch all the points that help solve the problem. I'm quite aware that men have bad behavior. I'm quite aware of it, y'all. Shit, I'm married. My husband got bad behavior sometimes. It's not that I'm not aware, and it's not that I think men are perfect. But what I do try to concentrate is on what we have control over. What we have control over, because those are the only parts we can change. And I'm going to tell you, when I saw this Instagram video from Verneshia, my heart ached for Verneshia. I'm going to be honest with y'all. My heart ached for her because when I was watching the video, I said to myself, man, not again, Verneshia. Are we here again, Verneshia? Now, remember, we don't know everything about Verneshia, but we spent a little bit of time with Verneshia on Ready to Love. Then after Ready to Love, she talked about Joelle. And we spent a little bit of time with her on Make a Move. And I'm telling you that the IG video she did recently is so reminiscent of the video she did after Ready to Love about Joelle, the one she did after Mizell. And so this is why I say to myself, this is why I don't spend my time talking about Lizelle too much. I don't spend my time talking about Joelle too much. I don't spend my time talking about Tabari too much or whomever, because what I really want is I actually want Verneshia to do something differently. That's where I'd rather spend my time. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, y'all, if y'all don't like that. But if this is my YouTube channel, and one of the things I'm trying to do in my 2024, because I got goals too, is I'm going to try to walk more in my purpose as well. And a lot of you have really helped me. I'm going to say thank you to a lot of you guys. Y'all have helped me see that I do have something that could help people. I do. And lots of times, y'all, I keep my mouth shut. I mean, sometimes I speak up, but other times I keep my mouth shut. And I want to tell a lot of you guys, thank you for encouraging me to speak up more. That's really what my YouTube channel has been about. It's been about me speaking up more. And I'm going to keep going with that. And I'm going to keep going with that because of all of you guys continually to encourage me to do that. Because I think there does need to be a person that takes Verneshia aside and says, we could work on all these men and tell them what not to do, Verneshia. We could go to Tabari. We could go to Joelle. We could go to Lizelle. I could go to them individually and have conversations with them and tell them what not to do, how they should treat you, how they should treat Verneshia, what they should not do to Verneshia. But Verneshia attracts a lot of men. We know that. Which means if I only talk to Mizell, we still got Verneshia out here in the world doing the same thing with a lot of men every other day. And Verneshia has told us she meets a lot of men. She gets a lot of options. It would be like a whack-a-mole. I would be solving the wrong problem. As an engineer, I would not look to work with Mizell. You know why? I would be looking to Verneshia because Verneshia is the one choosing all these men. So even if I whack Lizelle, even if I whack Joelle, even if I whack Tabari for what she's saying, then what would happen is she just gets to run out here and do whatever. No, that's not my passion. It's not what I'm here for. So I want to warn everybody. For 2024 who's hoping that my YouTube channel is going to switch and all of a sudden go to giving men advice. It's going to be sprinkled in there like I normally do because I do say things. But if you're hoping for some really revolutionary change in 2024, I'm going to tell you it's not going to happen. But I'm going to fill you out a referral slip. I'm going to write it out and say, maybe try this channel or try this channel or try that channel. And many of you down in the comments, you guys are also so very helpful. You guys are out here in the YouTube world just like I am. Please, in the YouTube comments, please write down a channel where someone is giving advice and about the man. Because somebody write down a man, because a man should be the one anyway doing it. It's interesting how, they tell me as the female I shouldn't talk to women, but then men can talk to women, but they want me to approach and talk to men. I don't know. I don't really feel that that's my thing to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bit more of a traditionalist, unless it's my, a son or someone, a family member. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I think that's something men should handle. Men should talk to other men like that. But if y'all know of a channel that where you feel as if that is being done, then go down in the comment section and drop it for everybody who needs a referral, because I think they're coming to the wrong place for what they're looking for, and they're trying to have me become what they're looking for, which is what I talk about in my videos all the time. They're trying to change me to be what they want, when really I think they should just go find that. And that's what I want to talk about. Just go find that. It's okay that that's what you want and that's what you need. Go and find that. And that's also what I talk about with ladies in dating, that sometimes we spend so much time trying to change men to be what we want them to be, when in reality what you should do is you should just go look at your own expectations and go then seeking the man that is that, as opposed to trying to change people who they are. We talked about that a lot already. Love Cam's purpose, who he is. Zadia is spending a lot of time trying to change who he is and his purpose, as opposed to, one, seeing if Zadia can work with him, and if not, then her finding the man that she needs. And that's all I ask of you guys. I may never be all 100% of what you need, but can you work with me? Can you work with me? You ain't got to agree with everything I say. A lot of you don't. Most of you tell me when you disagree, and I love that, because I grow from that. I grow from people even giving me different perspectives. I want people to grow when they listen to this channel. I don't want this just to be a affirmation of everything you've ever heard. I like both. I like people to validate. I like people to encourage me. I also like people to give me different perspectives. I like people to tell me what they think. I like all that. I like all of us to do it in a respectable manner. I really do. I really, really do. But I want to get into this. Once again, I think I went on a New Year's Day rant. But I also want to get into what Vern wrote, on what Vern was talking about on her IG channel. And I'm just going to play this one little part, what she said about Tabari.
Communicate with you, to text you, to call you. Hey, how you doing? You alive? No. A man that's into you, you will know, first of all, that they are into you, because they're going to show it. You don't have to beg them for it. You ain't got to ask them for it. You ain't got to do nothing. Right? It's going to come natural. Very, very natural. And I don't know what y'all don't see, but you see me on the show several times in different scenes, even with his mother, asking about his communication skills. What are y'all not, what's not comprehending? I didn't make this up. I don't care what's being said. This was a problem from the very beginning that I had addressed. And if I'm addressing something, it's because communication is important to me. You just showing up on dates that production put together, that's not your effort of dating me, because you play no parts in that. You just showing up. You didn't pay for the dates. You didn't plan the dates. Nothing. So you're showing up to work at this point. So show me, what are you going to do outside of showing up for what production has set up? What are you going to do on off days? I still don't see you. I still don't talk to you. You're not trying to set anything up to get to know me on a more deeper level, to get to know me outside of you coming to work. I don't care how y'all wrap it up. And it doesn't make him a bad guy. It's just that I felt like what I needed and what I wanted isn't validated. Yes, the guys are paid. They're not coming there for free. That's why a lot of them, when it's time to go, they don't want to go. That's a check. They're getting paid to be there. We all got paid to be there. But I was there for the right reasons. But I'm not selling. I don't care who it is. I know what I have to offer, and I know what I bring to the table. And I don't have to settle for it because you guys think it's a good fit or it's an okay fit. What about somebody like that's for me that I feel like that genuinely wants me the way that I want them? I want us to want each other.
Okay, there it is. That is, I mean, the video was a lot longer. That was only maybe about a 2-minute clip of what she said. But it's because it's kind of the part that I want to talk about the most. And I don't know what people have been writing Verneshia. I don't know what people have told Verneshia. I don't know if people said that Verneshia should be with Tabari. But I guess all of this, what she wrote, also elicited a response from Tabari. He responded to, I guess, her video. He even dropped down on my comments saying a lot of things she's saying is not true. But when I read his response, he didn't deny that he wasn't calling her. What he said was that he was willing to put forth the effort to get to know her. But the part that Verneshia said was the part that got me. Remember in my last video, y'all, I got on Verneshia about her poor communication. I did. I got on her poor communication. And I said, Verneshia, I said, what communication are you talking about? Do you want Tabari to call you every hour on the hour, every 2 hours in the morning and at night? I just felt that she was so vague when she kept saying he had poor communication. And I then said to her, well, she's got poor communication, because if you don't let us know what the real issue is, then all we have to do is go off what you say. And I'm going to still hold to that. Now when we have Verneshia, who's come on here to her IG to defend herself in not choosing Tabari, but she's given us a very, very important piece of the puzzle. And the important piece of the puzzle is she's saying that when they were on the show, Tabari did not call her or set up anything with her unless it had to do with the actual filming that day. That's what she's saying. On the days, the in-between days, the in-between hours, all of that stuff. Verneshia is saying here on IG that Tabari never, ever called her. Never set up another date. Never did anything. And I'm going to say this. If this is the truth, then she should not have chosen him. She should not have chosen him. I didn't think she should have chosen him in the beginning because I could tell she didn't like him. But now, if this is the truth, but I'm going to have two problems with this truth. Why wasn't that truth said on the show? Why was Verneshia comfortable with saying communication, and not saying something more specific? I don't think it was editing. I don't think she ever said it. And that's going to get back to where I talk about when I say what I choose to talk about. We could talk about Tabari not calling Verneshia. We could talk about the part Vernicia's talking about where are you just here for a check? We could talk about that with Tabari. We could talk about why didn't he set up any dates, all that, because he should have done all that. We could talk about what were his reasonings, why not? Was it for a check? Was it because of what I saw in the show, and that was that they weren't a good fit? I could tell that Tabari and Verneshia weren't a good fit. And I also told you before, I don't think that mama really liked Verneshia. I don't think that mama liked Verneshia. So I definitely wasn't one of the ones calling for Verneshia to choose Tabari. And I could spend all my time here talking about Tabari's toe-up dining room table with the scratches on it, talking about how, yeah, he should have called Verneshia. He's just here for a check, blah, 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 that. Or I could talk and tell Verneshia, why are you here, Verneshia? Why are you in this situation again? Why didn't you tell us on the show that he was never, ever calling you? You know why she never told us, y'all? You know why? Because it goes back to what I've been saying is Vernicia's ego. She didn't want to say it on camera. She didn't want to say it on camera that once again, there is another man in Vernicia's presence who is ignoring her or pushing her aside. Now remember, every other woman on this show has got a man calling her regularly. Ashley's got Don calling her regularly. Even though Cam keeps telling Zadia that he's busy and he got a job to go to, it's been pretty clear that they talked regularly. Okay? It's pretty clear that they go out even outside of filming, that they talk. People over here saying they slept together, so they've been doing a lot of together time. It's pretty clear that Maurice was calling Shareese every single day. But who was calling Verneshia every single day? Now we find out that her keeper, who is Tabari, wasn't even calling her. But why didn't Verneshia say that to us? Verneshia was real quick to tell us how Mizell was calling her. Oh, he been texting me all day. He been doing this. He been doing that. She was real comfortable saying that on the camera and being very clear. She didn't just say, oh, Mizell's got good communication. She didn't say that. She didn't say Mizell's communication is real good. She went into detail. She told us Mizell's been texting me about this. He's been texting about this all day long. She was gloating in the face of Shareese. But now we find out that Tabari was never texting her, never calling her, but she never said that really detailed on the camera. You know why? Because she was embarrassed. She was embarrassed and she didn't want us to know. And if he wasn't doing that to you, Verneshia, why did you keep him? Why did you keep him? Why is this man a keeper if he's not calling you? Why is he a keeper? You got rid of Jabari, who was calling you and pursuing you. Jabari with a J. You got rid of Jabari because I guess Jabari wanted to be home at 9 o'clock. Jabari had a 9 to 5, but Jabari was calling you every day. You got rid of him and you switched up for Tabari with a T, who you say was only coming for a check and wasn't calling you, but he was your keeper. Tabari might have knew the game because Tabari might have known that when he saw what went on with Verneshia and Mizell, Tabari might have said, now I know who I'm dealing with. Like she told us all, you can't play a player. Maybe at that time, Tabari said, oh, I'm dealing with a player, Verneshia. When Verneshia told us, when she gave Mizell the number, she said she did it right in front of Tabari. Because remember, they both had lost their bags. Maybe it was in that moment that Tabari said, oh, I see what's going on here. Vernicia's a player. And if you want to play Verneshia, I'm going to start treating you like a player. And what he did was he stopped calling her and talking to her. That's what I suspect. I suspect along the way, Tabari's mindset, feelings toward Verneshia changed. I don't think initially he came in deciding, I'm just going to come here and punk Verneshia and not call her. I think he read the room along the way, just like he said in his text message or his response. I think he read the room along the way. And when he saw how those snakes were moving with Mizell and Verneshia, along with his mama's opinion, I'm going to say it, Tabari turned and became a different person. Listen, tell you, people treat you the way you treat them, and they treat you the way you show you want to be treated. And I keep telling Verneshia this. She thinks her style of dress isn't sending a message, and it is. And her style of dress sends the message that she just wants to be played with. And you know why I know that? Because it's not our first rodeo here. This is not our first time here. So in this video, where I'm talking about New Year's resolutions, it ain't going to all be about Verneshia. It's going to be about all of us. I'm going to put myself in the same boat because it's one of my New Year's resolutions. And I want all y'all to get on this boat. And that is for 2024. Let's all of us collectively decide that if any of us are on any dead end roads, and I mean, when I say dead end roads, I mean bad habits that we've been doing a long time that are not serving us well. Can we all in 2024 say we getting the hell off that road? We are getting the hell off that road. And when I talk to you about solving root cause problems, I don't want no one to say that the road we're trying to get off of is we're trying to fix the road. See, the bad road are all the bad people we may be encountering. Hear me out. The bad road is the road filled with all of the bad people we encounter. That's the bad road. But if you understand what I'm saying is, I'm not asking in our New Year's resolution to fix the bad road. I'm not asking us on this channel, I'm not asking us to fix the bad road. I'm not asking us to go out and try to fix all these people that are clogging up our bad road. What I'm asking all of us to do, all of us together, is get the hell off of the bad road. Off the road. Get off the road. If any of us are practicing the things Vernesia's practicing and the patterns that she has in her life, she needs to get off this road. Not fix Tabari, not fix Joelle, not fix Mizell. Get off the road. Because I'm going to show y'all. Some of y'all may not know. I don't know how many of y'all watch the Ready Love. This is a bad road. This is a pattern. Let's go through a few things because I want you guys to see that this is not one man or two men. This is part of Vernesia's life, and Verneshia needs to start concentrating on herself. Instead of coming and do IG videos after she's been on this bumpy road and then coming on IG to explain why she had to get off the road. That's not the issue, Verneshia, that you had to get off the road. My issue with Verneshia is, why the hell are you on the road again? Why are you on the same dead end road? Anyway, let's listen to something. I'm going to show this video clip of Ready to Love season. I don't know what season Verneshia was on. And this was a video showing you of when she should have known she was on a dead end road with Joelle. And this is a video clip of when, to give a little bit of context, this is a video clip of prior to this scene happening, Joelle, who is her number one, back Ready to Love is called her number one, basically denied her in the deliberation room. Tommy posed a question to the group. If you had to leave here today with one woman, remember, he'd been locked in with Verneshia supposedly. And they asked him, if you had to leave here with one woman, Joelle did not say Verneshia. Remember, Verneshia and Joelle had been locked in. And when the question was posed to Joelle, who would you go away with? He did not say Verneshia. He chose another woman. She was denied. In that moment, he denied her. Sounding familiar? And I want to hear how, and I want you guys to remember this scene, and I'm going to play it.
What's up, V?
Nothing.
Don't give me that nothing, yo. You hear me?
I was blindsided.
You got every right to feel that way. You see what I'm saying?
Do you think that was something you should have said, though?
I can't deny that when I was saying that I was being truthful.
You were willing to throw all of this away, though, for that one. This is what I can't process.
I hear that.
You was willing to throw me away and leave with Kyra out for one miscommunication that we had? How am I supposed to feel after that? Because when he asks us, he say, if you have to leave right now, I ain't never not chose you, ever. You ain't never not been my number one from day one. What do you feel like you need? Well, if you feel like Kyra can give you what you need, Joelle, you need to pursue Kyra.
This ain't even about no Kyra. Her name's only in the conversation because I said Kyra's name. It could have been Alexis. We'd be having the same conversation. And what's wrong with me being honest at that time?
What's wrong with you being honest afterwards and telling me?
You can give me all the time in the world for that. I didn't tell you. That's wrong. But me in that moment of talking to them about that, I was being truthful about that. It wasn't discrediting nothing about you. I'm not trying to run away from everything that's happening. I'm just asking you, can you look at everything? Look at the glass full, baby. That's all I'm saying. How you gonna get, you can't get past jammed up mess.
Especially when you're not willing to look at where it's jammed at.
Oh, Lord have mercy, man.
Say what you have to say.
Nah, that's okay.
Okay, good. You had the opportunity and you did.
Okay.
Good. I am pissed. Me trying to get him to understand my view of this, it shouldn't be that hard. And Joelle is quick to say, oh, I wouldn't feel no type of way. But yes, you would. Man can never handle what they dish out.
So there you go. That was, and I'm gonna say it was even the first time, because it's the first time we saw it, because it's the first time us meeting Verneshia. I'm quite sure Verneshia has been on this road many, many years. This ain't no new road. This road with all the potholes, crumbling asphalt, okay, cracks, breaks, tears, whatever you want to say is in this road. This is not a new road. It's an old, dilapidated road. And for some reason, Verneshia just wants to keep going down it. So after this scene, I want to now play the other scene where it became the reunion, when we heard about what happened to Verneshia after the actual Radio Love season. Now we want to hear about how things turned for the worse on this road that Verneshia decided she wanted to go down. And we want to play that clip now too.
I thought we was going,
Same direction, same speed.
And he downplayed our relationship on several occasions. And he hurt me.
In what ways did Joelle hurt you, though?
He blamed me by trying to act like I was moving too fast. Like, when we were filming, me and Joelle we left set every day together. We come early for interviews. We go get breakfast. If I'm interviewing, he waiting on me when I come out. We woke up on the phone together. We went to sleep on the phone together. It changed. We stopped being intimate.
Joelle, I want to talk about what happened after the process between you and Verneshia.
So here we go. Pattern number one. We got a man, Joelle, denying her in the very beginning for another woman. Okay, he denied her. He denied her. He didn't own her. He didn't claim her. Nothing. He did do nothing. She got on the road anyway. Now she's the victim, because now she's complaining about what Joelle did to her. She gave her body to him. She gave him all these things, and he basically tossed her aside. Okay. And then after that, she goes on IG after the season. She goes on IG and she does another video on the fallout between her and Joelle. Okay, now we're gonna listen to that clip.
And he didn't create any boundaries to them. To him, he downplayed us, and then would come right from hanging out with them and be on a goddamn phone with me all night, or taking me to dinner or something the next day, like nothing happened. Never had a conversation. I'm like, who doesn't communicate? Tommy even told him, he told Tommy he had a problem with communication. You too old to not know how to talk, to not talk. I don't read minds and I don't kiss ass.
So remember, this was all in 2021 or 2-3 years ago. I don't know how long it was. It's 2024 now. Who knows when it was? Okay, so we got a man that denied you, that chose another woman. We got a man that chose another woman, that was attracted to you, used you for your body. We got a man that then chose another woman, but still wanted to play with you. Then that man denies you, and then you go on IG. Okay, now we in 2023, 2024. What do we have on this season? Let's go to see what we have on this season.
Her sending you home didn't mean that we couldn't still go out.
Right.
The thing is, I don't ever like to be played with in my face or behind my back. I'm very direct with everybody.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Are you still interested in Shareese?
I am. I was hoping that she would be the person that had come today. Not because I don't think that you're attractive, or not because I don't, see you as somebody that I would want to get to know, but I don't know how to move. But if you can give her that message, like, guess who I saw today?
Definitely will.
I saw Mizell, and he talked about, like, that, because I would love to see her.
There it is. We got Lizelle. We got a man that was attracted to you for your body. We got a man that denied you. We got a man that then said, I really want another woman. Same old thing. It's the same old story. Then what do we have after that? We got Verneshia coming on IG talking about how she should have got rid of him. We know you should have got rid of him. That's not the problem. The problem is you should have never been on the road. I don't want to hear no more from Verneshia. This is why I got off the road. This is why I exited on exit 223. No, what I want to know is, why did you get on the on-ramp? Why did you get on the on-ramp? Not what exit did you get off on. Why did you get on the on-ramp? And even still, why didn't you exit sooner? Forget about, even if you tell me, I don't know how to not get on the on-ramp, Auntie Deborah. I don't know how to not get on the on-ramp. I don't know, something about me just gets me on the on-ramp. Then what I want to know is, why do you exit on exit 52? Why didn't you get off on exit 2? Soon as you got on the road and you saw what the road was full of potholes and snakes and whatever else I talk about, Isaiah, why didn't you get off the road? Nah, Verneshia stays on the road. Okay, she stays on the road till she gets used and abused and lied on and denied and pushed aside by Lizelle of all people. And then she comes on IG and talks about, this is why I got rid of him. This is round 2. Same old damn road. Round 2. Now, on this New Year's Eve, 2024 New Year's Day, I'm like, Verneshia, are we on the same damn road again? Did you just do another IG video on a man that you just have now told me has been denying you this whole time on TV? And when I say deny you, that means he's been talking with his mouth, but in the reality of it, he has not been even coming for you at all in real life. He has not been doing the things for you that you know he should be doing for you. You the one that keeps saying you should know when a man likes you or doesn't want you. Then why did you keep him? Why is he your keeper? Why did you get on the road and why didn't you get off the road? Verneshia's GPS system is horrendous. Horrendous. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm not here to fix no bad roads. I'm not here to talk to no men. I'm not here to tell men what to do, what not to do, how to act out here in these streets. I'm here for women to get their GPS systems corrected. Get your shit updated. Take some responsibility for getting on these roads. Take some responsibility for getting on these roads and then not getting off of them quickly enough and then claiming the victim and coming on IG talking about, well, he's not this good person. Well, you should have never been involved with him. He should have never been a keeper. How does somebody become a keeper and they never call you? How does a man become a keeper and he never calls you? He became a keeper just because when he was in your presence, he told you how good you looked. That's what made him become your keeper. You got rid of all these other men that you were going out with. You didn't give any of these other men even a chance. And you're telling me you kept Tabari because all he did was talk sweet to you. You even said it. Tabari's used to getting by with his sweet words and his charming words. Nah, not every woman falls for that. Not every woman falls for the sweet words. Tabari ain't used to getting through with that. He ain't used to that. He's used to it with people like Verneshia. There's a lot of women who stop Tabari in his tracks. There is no way, even in my single days, anybody will be called a keeper if he ain't even picked up a phone and called me. What the hell? How do you become a keeper just because you told me I look good, I look cute? That is not the bar. That is not the standard for a man to think I look cute, to think I look beautiful, to give me compliments, to have googly eyes over me, to lust after me. That doesn't get you qualified to become a keeper. Good Lord, are we at the point now that men can become a keeper and they're not even calling you at all? I thought we was talking about something like he wasn't calling her enough. I thought we was talking about something like, yeah, he called me in the morning before he went to work, but then I didn't hear from him until 10 o'clock at night. I thought that's what we was talking about. I thought we was talking about a man that he only called me one time today. I didn't know that we were talking about a scenario in which Tabari didn't call her at all, y'all. At all. But she wants us to sit over here and talk about Tabari. No, this is what I'm going to say about Zadia, everyone else. Everyone else. Listen to these men. Listen to what they say, look at what they do and what they don't do. It is your responsibility to not get on these roads. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, you know what? A lot of people talked about Cam, but Cam put up some warning signs. He did. He told, listen, if you get on this road ain't leading to DC. It's a big old sign. Just like you get on an on-ramp. Where's this freeway going to? He said it ain't going to D.C. He said this road ain't going to D.C. So if you get on it, you best believe it ain't going to D.C. no time soon. Who knows? Maybe if he fell in love with her, maybe it would. I don't know. But he's letting you know it don't go to D.C. Women don't want to read the signs on the road. What they want to do is they want to make the road straight and pay for them. Nah. Nope. Not at all. Read the signs. And Verneshia, if what she's saying is the truth, and she says she ain't no liar, so I'm going to go with the truth. And I'm also going to go with it because Tabari did not deny that he wasn't calling her. What Tabari did say, I'll put it up here. Tabari said he wasn't dodging no calls. That's what he's saying. That's completely different than saying I called her. What he said was he wasn't dodging calls. He was saying Verneshia wasn't calling him. Okay. He never said I called Verneshia and Verneshia dodged my calls. So I'm going to have to believe Verneshia. I'm going to have to believe Verneshia that Tabari didn't call her. And it's okay if he didn't call her. He could have his reasons. I don't care. I know some of his reasons why he didn't call her. He probably didn't like her either. I'm telling you right now, Tabari's mama did not like Verneshia. I know she didn't. I know she did not like her. And I'm not saying didn't like her as a person. She did not like her as the woman for her son. She didn't. Tabari may never admit it. I don't care. And accordingly, Tabari treated her accordingly to the role she would be able to play in his life. And he wasn't calling her. I believe Verneshia on that. But the problem is, why was he her keeper? Why didn't she say that on the show? She's up here getting mad at us now about our perspective of Tabari. Well, you left out the main ingredients that he wasn't calling you. If you wanted us to know how much of a keeper how he wasn't a keeper, you should have said that. Which tells me, why didn't you say that on camera? Why didn't you say that on the show? You know why? Because Verneshia wanted us to keep believing differently. Because Verneshia was embarrassed. Verneshia was embarrassed she didn't have nobody calling her. That's why she was so happy when Mizell was calling her. And I'm going to agree with someone else in the comments. I don't think Verneshia thought that any of these other ladies were going to keep these guys. I don't think she thought Zadia would keep Cam. And I don't know if she even thought Ashley was going to keep Donald. And in the end, the only one that ended up with a real keeper, at least going forward, is Shareese. We don't know how it's going to work out, but she was the only one that has a real, very, very good, viable keeper in the end. And we know Verneshia likes to be top dog. I know she does. And I'm telling you, I know that don't sit well with her. I know it doesn't sit there with her in that last scene when they're all dancing with the men, they keepers, and Vernicia's over there dancing by herself, flipping her hair, doing her sexy dance all by herself. I know it didn't feel good. As a woman, I know it didn't feel good. As a woman coming on this journey with these four women, and in the end, you're the one dancing by yourself. Sure, she stood up. Sure, she was the one that was courageous enough to say no to Tabari. I give her that, because Zadia should have said no, and so should have Ashley. But even in that courageousness, I know it didn't feel good for her, but I applaud her for saying no. But here's the problem. She should have never said no to even say yes. See, we're over here applauding her for getting off the road, exiting off the freeway. Bravo. I love it. But my problem, as my engineering brain goes, I'm not going back to when did you get off the road, exit 42 or exit 120. My thing is going back to, why the hell did you get on the road? This is where I go back to. I know a lot of y'all want me to stick on, she got off the road, she's the only one that chose herself. No. My mind goes back to, why did you get on the road? I need you to make better choices, because I've seen you on this road way too many times. So for 2024, all of us, take inventory of our lives, whether it be in dating or anywhere else, any type of relationship you have. It could be with girlfriends, family members, whatever, are we on a road that is not going to get better? The road is crumbling. The road is full of potholes, and we keep getting on it. Maybe some of these roads, we need to put up a sign that says closed permanently, closed indefinitely, closed for construction. And we need to get our own detour sign, detour. And we need to detour and go somewhere else. Maybe instead of having men put up signs for us, as women want me to do, correct the men, tell the men what kind of signs to put up so they know how to treat a woman. No. Instead of that, why don't we put up our own signs and read our own signs, listen to our own signs, and act off our own signs? Let's take our power back. Let's take our individual power about ourselves. Let's take it back. Let's not put it in completely in the hands of men, and realize that we have a say on who we give ourselves to. Okay? We have a say in it. We don't need men to just do exactly what we want them to do. We have a say on how we work with men, how we compromise with men, and how we don't compromise with men. I said it on my last video about settling. Everybody's going to settle. You're going to settle in the end. I don't care what the hell y'all tell me. You're going to settle. Because we all do. Just like Shareese sit over here and she settled. She settled for Maurice. She came on here talking about she didn't want no man with kids and this and that. She don't want this. She settled. But you know what she did? She settled with a smile on her face. She happy. She grinning ear to ear. She grinning ear to ear. Settling doesn't always mean it puts you on another bad road. Sometimes settling means you get on a better road. A better road. Sure, the road may be longer. Sure, the road may take you, wow, on that other road, I could have got there in 30 minutes, but that road is full of potholes. That road is full of cracks. That road is crumbling. I could force my way on that road. Or I can say, you know what, I'm going to take this detour, and this detour is going to make me go another 15, 20 minutes out my way, but it's going to be a smooth road. In the end, I'm going to get to where I'm going. Some women want to go on the crumbling road because they think it's faster, when really the road they need to go on is maybe a slower road that's going to take them another year to get to. Sometimes that's the road we need to choose. That's the settling. That's the compromise. You settled. You went down another road. Somebody told me that Camille and Cornelius are engaged from Ready to Love past season. Congratulations. Guess what Camille did? Settled. Settle. Anybody who saw that Ready to Love season knows that this point in junction, this is not how Camille thought it would go. But I bet she's happy. I bet she's smiling from ear to ear. Now all we gotta do is get her to the altar and get the I do's done, because I know she's been engaged a couple of times. She still got a little ways to go. Hopefully they gonna get there. But I tell you right now, she's settled. You know how she settled? Because when she was on that show, it ain't no way Camille thought she'd be here 2.5, 3 years later waiting on this proposal. Ain't no way. No way did she think that. You know what she did? She settled. She settled, and she sat over there in the corner, and she did everything that man told her to do to get that ring. I know Cornelius told her, I'm not going to marry you. I'm not going to propose to you until you correct a few things. He had a whole list of things he wanted her to do to correct. He told her they had to go to therapy. They had to go to therapy together. She had to go to therapy. Lots of things she had to correct. He sure did. He sure did tell her that. And guess what? She must have done them. She must have done them. You know what she did was she settled. She got off the road that she wanted to be on, and she got on his road. His road. And when she got on his road and followed through what he demanded and wanted to be on his road, just like Cam is telling Zadia, guess what? He came through and he proposed 2.5 years later. She settled. She didn't want 2.5 years. She wanted a kid. I don't know. Maybe they'll still have a kid. I don't know. But guess what? Maybe they'll need to be on another road for a kid. There's a lot of ways to have children. There's a lot of ways. Maybe she will have a child naturally. Maybe she won't. Maybe they won't have any no more. Maybe they'll adopt. I don't know what they're going to do. That's going to be their life. But I'm going to tell you right now, she settled because she settled on a different plan. She settled on a different plan. I'm quite sure she has some changes she wanted of him as well. I'm quite sure there's some things that she's accepting from him. He ain't perfect. He is not perfect. She has settled on him as well. He has settled on her and she has settled on him, and they've made an agreement. That's what engagement is for. I've engaged in a settlement with you. What do you think an engagement is? An engagement is a promise. We haven't signed on the dotted line. It's an oral contract. An engagement is an oral contract. Do you want to marry me? I do. Handshake on it. We're going to seal this settlement, this agreement with this ring in this engagement process. And then we're going to make it official at the wedding. But you have settled on a price. It's when you're at a car dealership and you finally settle on the price of the car and you shake hands with the salesperson. You ever notice when you're buying a car, it's two different people. It's the salesperson. Once you sit in front of the salesperson and the manager of the car dealership and y'all settle on a price and you shake hands and they say congratulations and you say thank you, where do they send you next? To the finance office. To the money man. We settle on a price. We've come to a conclusion. We've agreed what we'll take. You've agreed what you'll take. And now the person who seals the deal and who actually has everyone sign is the finance person. Camille and Cornelius now got to go to the finance office. The justice of the peace, the pastor. He's going to be the one that has them sign. The courthouse. I don't know where they're going to get married. But if you never go from the negotiation table to the finance office, it never happens. We got to get Camille from the negotiation table, because that's all she is right now, is in the sales office. She is not in the finance office. She's at the sales office. She got to get to the finance office. She's been in the sales office plenty of times. She told us that. 3 engagements, 2 engagements, something she used to tell us. She got to get to the finance office. She needs to sign on the dotted line. But you know what she had to do to get to even the sales table? She had to negotiate. She had to negotiate with Cornelius. She had to settle with Cornelius. She had to accept some things with Cornelius. Cornelius has said he wanted to stay celibate the whole time. 2.5 years. They some strong individuals. They got some strong faith. She had to settle on not having sex for 2.5 years. I'm not saying she didn't want to do it, but she settled on it. She agreed to it. She agreed to it. For 2.5 years, she agreed on it. I want some of these women who say that they don't settle, when they finally do settle, I need them to come back and tell women they settled. Because they're out here, people out here telling women, married women out here telling women, oh, I don't settle, I don't settle. If you notice, the only person saying they don't settle are single people. Married people are willing to admit they settled. Married people are willing to say there were some things I've accepted that I may not have wanted to accept. But you know what we don't settle on? Our top 5. When I was dating, I had 5 things that were non-negotiables. Non-negotiables. I will not settle on these 5 things. Come up with your 5 things. Everything else is up for negotiation. Maybe I don't get it year 1. Maybe I get it year 2. Maybe I get it year 3. But these 5, I got to have before I even go to the finance office. Instead of women talking about they don't want to settle, say I don't want to settle on 5 things. 5 things. Pick 5 things you don't want to settle on and just stick with that. Don't say I don't want to settle. I don't even want to negotiate. Don't do that in 2024. Don't do that in 2024. Because then when you come out in the street dating with that type of stuff, then what you do is you get on these wrong roads. You get on the wrong roads because in your mind, you're believing, wow, this road has has everything I want. Nope, it doesn't. It's delusion. You're tricking yourself. No road is going to have everything you want. So you might as well start concentrating on the 5 most important things that you want and stick to that. But anyway, that's going to be my 2024 advice for everyone going forward. I'm not going to call it resolutions. I'm going to call it 2024 mindset changes, 2024 promises to yourself, 2024 elevating yourself to new levels, new roads, all that good stuff. That's what I'm going to call it. But anyway, y'all, have a happy new year. Enjoy your day. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.